This movie was a lot of fun. After a few years of Marvel movies that felt like filler, finally we have a movie that feels like a return to form. There were a few points to this movie that helped make it a great movie. One thing that this movie got right that so many superhero movies have struggled with lately is creating a problem that isn't just the bad guy. The three primary heroes, Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan, switch places whenever they activate their powers. This creates a complication that interferes with their ability to superhero effectively. The opening fight played up the complications this caused to very good effect. As the first fight carries on, enemies transport into tight quarters when the heroes switch places. Nick Fury is fighting Kree on his elevator, the Khan family is fighting Kree in their home, and the three heroes keep switching into the Kree mothership to fight them on their own home turf. When we go into a superhero movie, we know that the hero is going to win. It's always interesting to see the fight play out, but there's no real questions about who is going to win. The fight with the big bad provides structure for whatever the real story conflict is, but too many of the movies lately have tried to make the big bad the focus of the movie. There was never really any concern that the Marvels would defeat Dar-Benn. There would be a punch-out, and the Marvels would hit harder and faster and come out on top. There might be some crisis that they needed to overcome, but they would. There are real, legitimate, and important questions about how they'll get there, though. Three independent heroes with similar powers at completely different phases of their career are forced to learn to work together. Kamala, the energetic teenager, is obsessed with Carol, the loner, who feels uneasy about her relationship to Monica, the military officer. They have to figure out who has what to contribute, how to control their newfound handicap, and how to work together. Even though we know things will work out, we aren't sure if it will be one of them breaking out alone that saves the day or a unification of personality and powers that proves necessary. And I'm not going to tell you which it is here. If you want to find out, go see the movie. Another thing this movie had that a lot of superhero movies have been lacking lately is the interpersonal dynamic of the characters felt authentic. Kamala's mother gave a very polite but sarcastic greeting to the Avengers team before asking in all seriousness, "Where's my daughter?" As a father who has had to have those hard conversations about my children a few times, I recognize that impatience with the niceties one needs to wade through in order to get to the real conversation. Of course, I want to know the names and faces of my son's entire surgical team before the operation, and it really is nice to meet them. But there comes a point where we're here to discuss the odds and there's no nice way to tell me they don't look good, so the quicker we can stop pretending this is going to be a pleasant conversation, the better. I'm sure I would feel the same way if my daughter were trapped on the other side of the galaxy fighting an army of hostile aliens. There's no pleasant way to say that, so just say it. Oh, and the escape plan was an amazing story idea. I won't spoil it here, but I will say that as a story idea it was awesome. A few of the graphics got kinda choppy there, but I can see why more of the effects budget went to other parts of the film.